attention. Be well. Ready for departure. Enjoy your stay.
All right, make me look good. You and me, we're getting good. All right, make me look good. You and me, we're getting good.
just lit up the night. Here's the credits, as promised.
All right, make me look good.
Ready for departure. Enjoy your stay.
Rise and shine.
I know of you. You work. I know of you. You work quietly and tell no secrets. I am the apprentice and voice of Darth Charnas. I speak in his name, and I would bargain for your services.
If your master needs me, he can come to me himself.
My master prefers to remain in the shadows, but do not doubt his power, nor his ability to reward success. I speak for him. I require individuals capable of gaining prestige in a society weaned on secrecy and madness. Individuals who can earn respect, if not love. I need infiltrators to eliminate an enemy of the Sith. You would serve well.
I serve no one. I suggest you learn that, quickly.
I chose my words poorly. I apologize, but you are needed. Our enemy is the Order of Revan, a cult of fools hidden at every stratum of Imperial society. For years, the Revanite heretics have secretly recruited military officers, powerful Sith, wealthy mercenaries, anyone who can add to their power.
If they're secret, how do you know anything about them?
My master has spent many years learning of the Revanites. Together, we have exposed many. Instead of following the Emperor and his Dark Council, the Revanites follow a long-dead Sith Lord, tainted by Jedi ways. If you can uncover the Revanite leader's identity for us, my master will reveal him to the Dark Council. His destruction would be assured. All you have to do is join the cult. I can get you inside, but you must earn their trust.
That's what I'm best at.
The Revanites have a secret compound in the jungle. Take this token to the cultist at the entrance. He will initiate you. Earn an audience with their leader. When you have seen his face, return here, and you shall have your reward.
Yes. I could use someone with a bit of finesse. This day has been intolerable. My idiot apprentices got themselves killed during a simple ritual, and they still have the runes I entrusted to them. They just had to summon a dark side beast, a Sith spawn, and bring it to me. I even researched the artifact to bind it. Could you help?
I think we can work out a deal.
Yes, you'll be showered in rewards once I have my Sith spawn. Oh, you'll need to subdue the Sith spawn before the artifact can bind it.
There isn't a creature alive that can take me.
Get the runes from my apprentices' bodies and take them to the archway in the jungle. The artifact is hidden there. It'll guide you. Well, don't just stand there. Go and get my Sith spawn.
Hold your position, please, and keep your weapon holstered. The remotes are scanning you now. You check out. Sorry if I was brusque. We're on the lookout for anyone with Lord Grathan, and I'm sick of letting him stomp on my people.
I'm on Imperial intelligence business. I don't appreciate being delayed.
We've all got our orders. Look, stick around a minute. I don't know if you're familiar with the situation, but Grathan's a nightmare. The Sith Lord's gone rogue. He's holed up in his estate past the wall. He's got weapons, shields, and a cadre of scientists developing new tech to use against us. Grathan wants respect and authority from the Dark Council, so in true Sith fashion, he turned on his masters to prove his power. As a result, we have to put up with this lunacy. So if you're here to cause Grathan problems anyway, you might help us out.
Glad to help my comrades in the military.
Here's the story. There are nearly 100 men assigned to this sector, some on the wall, some watching Grathan. 20 are missing. My men. Practically my kids. Grathan stole them and I want them back.
If your men can't protect themselves, why should I help?
Blast it, we're talking about Imperial soldiers. I don't know what Lord Grathan wants with them. Maybe he's holding them hostage just to demoralize us. Who knows? But if you're heading to Grathan's grounds, help them get out. Tell them to report back to their Duchess. That's, what they call me.
Duchess? You'll have to explain that.
You try making it as an officer without getting tagged with a nickname. I've got reports saying that Grathan's been transporting prisoners to another wing of his estate. I don't know if it's my people he's moving, but it's worth checking out. Watch yourself. Grathan doesn't mess around.
Shh! Have to be very careful. Lord Grathan's eyes are everywhere. He's suspicious of all strangers. He must be blind to our doings.
It's my job to come and go unnoticed.
Good. Imperial Army needs more professionals. Can't have amateurs running recon on someone like Lord Grathan. Grathan's trouble, see? Big trouble. Mad scientist type, likes weapons, cyborgs, droids, ergonomic chairs. My mission's to keep an eye on him, watch for anything suspicious. But I don't know what you're doing here.
Just visiting my old friend, Lord Grathan.
Can't fool me. Lord Grathan doesn't have friends. Or not many. You got a glint in your eye, like maybe you're not paying a friendly visit. See, my orders are to keep my distance and not enter Lord Grathan's place or cause any kind of ruckus. But I'm supposed to see about a certain prototype turret design the Rogue Lords supposedly acquired. Empire wants it for mass production.
Let's hear some more.
Caught your interest, huh? Good. Good. Lord Grathan's got the turrets hidden inside somewheres. I'd go looking for them myself, but orders are orders. I have to stay put. Since you're going in, you could maybe poke around and see if you can't find the plans to those turrets.
Okay. Let's see what we got going on here.
Get ready to see how intelligence handles things.
Good deal. That's the spirit. The thing is, you never get past the turrets unless you take out a guard and get a security badge. The security badge transmits a signal that tells the turrets the badge holder is friendly. So the op is, get a security badge off a guard, find those turrets and grab the plans. Easy, right? I'll be keeping an eye out here, right where you found me.
Chicken shit.
You and me, we're getting good. All right. All right, make me look good. All right, make me look good. You and me, we're getting good.
Paying attention now, was I?
Rise and shine.
Yeah, growing pains. It always helps if you turn the microphone on before you start streaming. Okay, now, this one here is meditate on the Sith runes. Meditate on the Sith runes. Uh-oh. How did I know that? I saw it go from 1 viewer to 5 to 9. Uh-oh. Yeah, let's see here. War shall set me free. Yeah, I kind of figured that. I'll see Andy or Nate pop in here in a second or two. Victory. Hello, Shri. Well, my baby, my youngest baby is 36. My granddaughter, the youngest, is 10. So I don't have to worry about that. At least not for any great grandchildren for a while. We hope. No, they're only 13 and 10. We ain't gonna worry. We don't have to worry about that. But pieces. There's only passion. Passion I gain. Strength I gain. Oh, newborns are great, but then God has that twisted sense of humor. He goes and puts an odor in that stuff. Me playing Star Wars the Old Republic. What's up, Nate? Come on, where you at? Hey, where the hell did he go? Oh, duh. How about I click on it?
You and me, getting good.
Yeah, newborns have a habit of doing that to you. You'll survive. Between my wife and me, the oldest is gonna be, no, he just turned 44. My youngest just turned 30. This one is Star Wars the Old Republic. Take care, Samuel. August 13th last year,
you have your
my
reward.
youngest
Our
just turned
business is
30.
concluded.
And August 13th, her oldest, I always get it goofed up. Is he 43 or 44? 56. 46. He just turned 44. He's 12 years younger than me. Here we go. You know what? They need to get this worldwide pandemic done here, because I'm going through beef jerky withdrawal. Because you can't get that down here. Well, you can get beef jerky, but not that kind of beef jerky. So they got to get this stuff over with. "36 years old. I'm 20 years older than you."
We loot a place like this, sell the antiques in the black market.
Who'd have to know?
Yeah. Since I knew I could do that little quest, do I want to just sport out of here? Or do I want to try and run? That's a good question. I think we're gonna run. Hail Mary run here. If I can get up this way. Aha! Climb the walls. Now, you figure my mom is 21 years older than me. So 56, 76, 86, 87 years old. And my mom is still 21. Okay, where the hell am I going here? Yes, I did. I thank you very much. Me? Actually, no. I have one of them sitting right here. A little bit too dark. I can't read anything right now. The two presidential pennies are the same, but the two other pennies are different. So that worked out perfect. As far as afraid of the dark, scared of the dark, I think probably in my house, take care, Andy. I don't know. See if I can do this without dropping my lemonade bottle. There we go. In my house, being afraid of the dark, my wife has those little night lights that she'll plug in here and there. If she goes up to take care of the properties that we have up in Tennessee or go visit her sister or whatever, and I'm here by myself, I unplug those night lights. Quite honestly, God help anybody that's stupid enough to walk in my house without the lights on, because I don't need them. So I'll know where they are, but they won't know where I am. I've 12 years in the military. Not much scares me. And the twist to that whole fate is, when I was a little kid, like my pastor always called it, he said I was sprinkled for baptism. Well, when I was a young man in my 30s, I went with Pastor Becker, and we went down to the river with the entire congregation, and I was baptized. So, the other part of being scared, nah. It just means there's a lot of things I don't have to worry about no more. But anyway, that's enough of talking about me.
You and me, we're getting good.
So 3:30 in the morning. Washington, so 3:30, 2:30. So it's 1:30 in the morning over at Nate and Andy's house. Then everybody asks me why I'm up late. I mean, normally my job, I don't get out of work till... Ow! When, Anthony? I've done a lot of things on a lot of different live streams. The nice thing about being 56, I have a legitimate excuse to say I really don't remember.
You and me, we're getting good.
Well, there could be a lot of worse things to do than raccoon hunting. I like your way of putting that. Very good choice of hooked on phonics. And you get raccoons, then you have possums. Possums look like a raccoon with a skin disorder. It's not that bad. You just have to drain off the extra grease off the top after you cook it. That's all.
Rise and shine.
I just figured I'd get that little comment in there. The extent of my hunting consists of me going to the grocery store. I have 3 different areas that I hunt in. They have chicken, beef, and they got pork. And these animals come in these different colors and shaped containers that have this plastic cover on the top to make sure that they don't get affected by the weather conditions. That's as far as my hunting goes. Yeah, we got to get over this issue that's going on in our society and our country and our world. We got to get over this because the best that I can get is sweet and spicy pepper and teriyaki. As far as getting anything past that, might as well chew on cardboard. Oh, ghost pepper beef jerky? Oh, that shit's sweet.
Rise and shine.
Yeah, nah, I'm not one of those that goes for the challenges. I actually like the taste of that ghost pepper beef jerky that I got from Nate. Don't tell me it's one of those concentrated, artificially induced heats. To me, if it doesn't come naturally, I don't want it. That's like there's one guy that we shoot fireworks with. He's got this one bottle, it's 1 million Scoville. I'm like, okay, what plant did it come from? Oh, no, they concentrated and everything else. I said, it's worthless.
Rise and shine.
Yeah, I didn't get any Carolina Reaper jerky yet. I'll have to wait till all this is done so I can get some delivered my direction, you know. Let's see what we got here. CI inventory. There's that one. $434. Yeah. I'll take that one. It was really weird about that ghost pepper jerky is that the first one I got from you was a quarter pound and had a slight taste of a teriyaki sweet to it when you first bit into it, when you put it in your mouth. And then as you started chewing it, the ghost pepper would start building up, and it actually was like it wasn't a burn your tongue type heat. It was one of those pleasant heats where it just kind of like spread through your whole head. I mean, it was awesome. I mean, it wasn't I get to spit it out or I can drink a bunch of things. It was a pleasant taste to it. And then the other one was really funny. I got it and I took it right to work with me. I didn't eat any of it until I got to work. Well, I was thirsty and not thinking about it. I ripped off a nice good chunk of it. I had it in my mouth. I'm chewing away on it. And I grabbed a bottle of Coke. I opened it up and I drank it right away. Well, part of it right away. And the carbonated water hit that beef jerky. Oh, that was a wild experience.
You and me, getting good.
I can't wait till all this stuff is all over. It's gonna eventually be all done. Because there's gonna be so many different things. That's like the Carolina Reaper jerky. I want some more ghost pepper jerky. That stuff was awesome. What's up, Imp? all that kind of different stuff. Yeah, for me down here, yeah, I can probably find it if I really go looking. But the problem is, though, I sleep during the daytime and I work at night. So my off hours are, I get off of work, I get home like 1 o'clock in the morning, and then I go to bed at 6 a.m. So those are my wake time hours. And even before all this stuff started, the places weren't open even then. Yeah, but I don't think you were supposed to eat the entire thing, Nate. I agree with the one comment that was in there. I think it's supposed to be like one square at a time, and you just went chomped down on that whole thing. And in the video, it's really funny. You can actually see the color start spreading on your face. It was funny as hell to watch.
You and me, we're getting good.
Authorization. System cannot identify. Please don't go. Please don't go. What's happening? Are you with Lord Grathan? Are you invading? System cannot identify.
I'm here on my own. Lord Grathan is an enemy.
Then who? System cannot stop. Reassigning priorities. Operating number 2188-697. Please, did the Duchess send you? Please help me.
Your commander sent me to free you and the others.
We failed to defend ourselves. Grathan's people took us prisoner for experiments.
Trying to burn a hole from the inside out, huh?
Droids. Identification model OHK-99. They program us for advanced intelligence. Enhanced combat tactics. Now my body's lying dead across the room. I can see it.
Are the rest of the soldiers still alive?
I'm the last. The others have all been converted. They can't talk, can't disobey. But I know they can still think, feel. Please listen. You could disable us all. Send the shutdown command from our central command console. Please. You could put an end to this. Use the command console. I can't go with you, motor and combat systems non-functional. Please, make it stop hurting.
Do I want to be a goody-goody and help the cyborgs out, or do I want to go and say, hey, the Empire just gained some new special droids? Okay, what's going on here with my mouse? Oh, I got dirt. Yep. Hold on. I got dirt on the other side of my optical mouse here. And it feels like I'm running across sandpaper. That's the drawback to being a diesel mechanic, and the dirt and everything just comes out of my pores. Yeah, you actually, You can do it with a laptop, but it's not going to be a cheap laptop, I can tell you that much. War robots? Okay. Do I want to be a goody-goody and disable the droids and let the guys die a respectable death? Or do I want to keep them trapped in them android bodies to serve the Empire? Last time I did goody-goody, Kalia didn't like me, but... Yep, I knew it. Kalia she wouldn't approve of it. Oh well, I just couldn't let them suffer. Just something I couldn't do. I'm a softie at heart. Sometimes. Quite honestly, I don't know if any of the Apple products can run these games. Apple, iMac, Macintosh, all of them. I used a Power Mac many years ago doing medical design work. And that was the last time I touched an Apple product. What I'm running on right now, I have $1,000 in monitors alone. My CPU, I'm basically at the bottom of an AMD Threadripper. There's one that Intel's coming up with that's supposed to be a challenge to the AMD chip, but I haven't seen anything factual in the reports yet. And they're always going to go back and forth. That's the never-ending story between them. But what I'm running on right now for this system, this game, Star Wars the Old Republic, I'm maxed out on my settings. This is the first time since I've had this game in many years that I can actually run this thing at full speed. Right now I'm running at ultra low latency. I know the game sound stopped. The game sound stopped because I went off of that actual screen because I'm doing a screen input. Oh, excuse me. To run what I'm running at right now, to broadcast everybody, 2600K per second, zero drop frame rate, 60 frames per second, and my computer I'm only using roughly 1.5% of my CPU capacity. Let's see here. Let's see if it'll let me do this. I think it's this screen. Nope. Did I get that wrong? That's that one. Okay, where the hell's it at? Oh. I had the right one in the first place? Yeah, there we go. I don't know why I keep guessing the wrong one. This thing is not cooperating with me here. Oh, it's because it's doing a screen grab, so it's not going to be the actual... What's up, BBG? Let's see if I get this thing moved over that everybody can see it. Right to there. Because my game screen is actually a different size than my monitor screen. That's why it comes up offset. So I actually had to go by my Streamlabs screen to make sure I got it centered. That's actually what I'm outputting at right now. So this thing's, it's screaming right now. Yeah, that's my biggest problem, is part of everything that I'm reading on the screen. Normally when everybody sees me in the evening, I'm on my cell phone sitting in a truck doing diagnostics work. So I'm trying to type on this itty bitty little screen with fat thumb syndrome, and I can never type fast enough, and by the time I type something in, it's already gone. Now let me see where I gotta go here. Okay. I think I got every speak to Zoom. Speak to Zoom. Okay, initiation. Let's turn that one off right now. It all depends on what you're referring to, because you know where he is located, right? That's always a possibility. What else do we got here? I got return to, turn in. Okay, turn in. I can turn that. Return to. Return that off. Okay. Wait, you're out in Guam, aren't you? Okay, we gotta go that way. I paid two. I feel like that I have the EVG problem right now. I'm online playing a game live where if I'm not paying attention, I'm dead. Which is no big deal. I'll just respawn and come back in. But I'm paying attention to the chat and I'm ignoring the game that I'm paying for online on live stream. So now I know how EVG feels.
Yes, a violent intruder laying waste to Lord Grathan's compound. I applaud you. I'm Ismar Brengel, one of Lord Grathan's indentured scientists. I'd like to make your destruction of this place highly profitable.
You're happy I'm destroying Lord Grathan's compound?
Beyond happy, I'm practically giddy. 3 years ago, Lord Grathan lured me to work for him. He promised great opportunities and exciting fields of study. Instead, I became a prisoner, slaving on freakish creations Grathan uses to advance himself. It's a thankless existence.
Tell me what happened here.
Please don't ask me to describe the horrors Grathan demanded I develop for him. The work sickens me. Grathan cybernetics researchers, a sadistic bunch of scum, developed cyborg body parts that regenerate. The technology will revolutionize warfare. It's worth a fortune. I have a buyer looking to manufacture a cyborg army. You'll get 60% of my profits if you steal the cybernetic researchers' files.
For terms that generous, I think we can do business together.
Excellent. You won't be disappointed. There is a catch, of course. You'll have to activate the main console by sending override commands from the remote terminals. Grathan protects his computers with lethal security forces, war droids, cyborgs, even genetically engineered weapons. Expect heavy resistance.
I'm always ready for anything.
That's good, because you might encounter just about anything. Take this data spike, insert it into the main console at Grathan's central lab. The spike will download all the data we
Welcome
need.
to the family,
When
Omega.
you're done, bring me the spike. I'll arrange its sale and transfer credits to your account. Go now, be swift.
I don't even know what I'm at because I don't have any of those screens up right now. All three of my monitors are involving everything that I'm either discussing with everybody in chat, what is running the stream, or what is running the game itself. So that's cool. Let me go look. Cool. What I find so funny is EVG, for my mom's side of the family, it's Ukrainian, it's not Russian. EVG be Evgeny, and a lot of people be like, huh? I actually think growing up around my aunts and my grandmother, the Russian dialect, or the Ukrainian dialect of the Russian language, even Russian dialect itself, because everything is, oh, Russian is Russian. No, it's not. All depends on where the people lived. I think the Russian language is a very beautiful language. I never learned it as far as to speak fluently or talk with my grandmother. She actually learned English to talk with us.
You and me?
And
we're getting good.
I enjoyed those times. Kind of missed them now my grandmother has passed away. Because as we grew up, I mean, that is High Society. Okay. Make sure I was in the right one. Right one here. Don't care about them guards in the corner. Oh, they all stuck together. All my aunts and my grandmother, my grandfather Peter, and what was funny as little children, we knew our aunts, and of course my mother's name, the way it's that I knew it was always the way that's always is Nina. That's actually the way it's pronounced, whether it be English or Russian. But growing up, my aunts, as little children, we knew their names, the English version. We didn't know the Russian version, but then as we got older, we all started learning what our aunts' names were. That's like my godmother, her English name is Susan, but in Russian it's Svetlana. And most of us didn't learn our aunt's actual names until we were in our teenage years. You have Anna, which, let's see here, trying to think of the oldest. The oldest of my aunts was Anna. It's Anya. Anna died a couple years ago. Maria. I mean, all my aunts' names in English, Maria. Okay, that's Manya. Now, the one that I liked, actually, like I said, my godmother's name is Susan, but the one I liked the most, and I'm running around in circles, I'm not paying attention here. It's because I'm babbling on about my heritage. But, my Aunt Diane, the English version, oh, let me do this first. Or Gratham's estate.
You thought you could take me by surprise, but you can't.
What do you want to bet this ends badly?
Those were my daughter's access codes you used. Whatever you've done to her, I'll have my revenge.
Calm down, Theodore. Your daughter is fine.
Fine? Imperial intelligence doesn't leave people fine. You people took away my wife, stole her from my house one night, and never told me what happened. My only daughter grew up to be worthless, and now you've taken her from me too. I despise your kind.
We can resolve this peacefully if you'll just listen to me.
No, there won't be any peace until the Empire changes its ways.
think you look good.
But yeah, like I was saying, this is almost over right here for this part of the quest. My aunt's name, which I spent most of my growing up years, if I wasn't at home, I was either at my Aunt Diane's house or over at Baba's house, which that's just the literal translation of grandmother. Her actual name was Eudokia. Eudokia Chacho. But, there we go. My Aunt Diane, I'll just wait on that one a little bit. Her English version of her Russian name is Tanya. I have no clue how she ever got the name Diane. I think Tanya is a very beautiful name, but the Russian version of that one is Tatiana. So my Ukrainian aunt married a Polish man after the concentration camps of Germany when they came over to Ellis Island. I think I got that order correctly. But her actual name is Tatiana Antonevich. And everybody's like, well, how do you spell it? It's easy. Tanya Antoniowicz. And you'll spell it correctly. If you try to spell it how it's pronounced, forget it. You're done. Anyway.
This is Watcher 2. I'm downloading the contents of Theovor's computers. Looks like blueprints, work he's done for Lord Grathan, and, encrypted files. I should be able to decipher them if I cross-reference with the slave's datapad. Don't like what I'm seeing. There's a timetable, activity convergences, indications of something big. Get back to base as soon as you can.
I'll head there immediately.
I'll see you soon, Agent. Watcher 2 out.
What state? Emp? Are you talking about what state in the Soviet Union, or what are you referring to? Oh, I can look at it right now. Hold on, because I'm in an area where I know I'm not going to get hit. Let me look at this here. We got that one first. Okay, hold on. Let's go to these up here. I read the end of it. That sucks. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not really worried about it. I mean, just like Evgeny, when where he came from, to me it was family and friends came first. Growing up, if anybody was without. You just showed up at your aunt's house or even your aunt's next door neighbor house. I knew my aunts and my uncles. I knew their neighbors on a first name basis. If I needed help, I'd just show up and say, "Hey, I need some help. This is what I need to do," and they did, and they helped. There were no strings attached or nothing, so. That's what I see a lot of things that are actually lost in our society today. They've gotten I don't know, use a baseball analogy to do, but too many people are way out in left field. They need to worry about what's going on at home plate. Let me see something here. I mean, I've only have 5 screens opened up right now. Come on, come on. Today. Oh, Jason, where I live, I've lived in this house for let's see here, January 1st would be actually 14 years, and quite honestly, I don't know the last name, let alone the first name of any of my neighbors. Oh, it's only 4:20. I'm going to be on at least till 5 a.m. That's another 40 minutes yet. Ooh, excuse me. Squeeze me. Now, oh, this ain't good. Okay, hold on. Let me mute this a second. I'll be right back. I just realized that I ran out of lemonade juice. Sort of. Oh, that's... I'll be right back. Helps if I turn the microphone back on first, but well, take everything times 10 then. I never understood how I can sit in the chair and my keyboard is based off of, I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can tilt this thing down that you can see this. this thing right here is a glass sphere that my oldest son got for me. It's the Milky Way galaxy. Okay, so this is stuck. The base where it sits on is actually stuck to the table. It doesn't move. So my keyboard, I center on that glass ball. And every time I look at the camera, for me... Okay, there we go. Every time I look at the camera of my in-game, my camera moves. Now, I have this other camera to the right of it, and I use that one for actually looking down at the desktop. So, I have no clue why this damn thing keeps moving. Actually, while I'm here, I don't know if I could sit here and stare into that. That would be kind of like extremely annoying. I mean, yeah, the video looks good, but I mean, as soon as I turn the lights off, I'm going to be blind as a bat. Anyway. There you go, Jason, type something. Yeah, I think that looks better. Now, let's see, where am I going here? I'm going out there, explore the weapons lab, so we're going to go out here and hang right. Hey, you're welcome. What I've get my one earplug out. If I'm talking, I wear a set of earplugs instead of headphones. I bought earplugs, which actually work out better for me if I'm gaming, because I can turn the volume down and it's more realistic to me. But if I'm streaming like this and I'm talking,
Come on out, I'll show you my gun.
but oh, excuse me. am I at? I did this quest so long ago, I can't remember how I did the damn thing. Well, the problem I got is with all the years I had in the military, actually, like the first 3 years I had in the military was artillery. So I thought I was a big badass Marine, and it's like, oh, I don't need no damn earplugs and everything. Well, 20 years later, I found out how stupid I was, where I got roughly 50% hearing loss in both ears, and it's not naturally occurring. My tinnitus, it's not going to go away no matter what kind of remedies people say to use, because it's not a naturally occurring circumstance. But what I have is when I put my earplugs in, which I can adjust the volume appropriately to whatever I want it to be, I can't hear myself talking. Now, by itself, that's not really an issue, because a normal person, if they can't hear themselves talking, they usually keep about the same volume. Me, if I can't hear myself talking, that's like if I get a head cold, I can't hear how I'm talking to my boss or the mechanics that work for me at work, and I end up, I'm just short of screaming at them just so I can hear myself talking, and that doesn't go over too well with them. So basically what I do is my best ear to listen to is my left ear, and that's the one I have the earplug in. And my right ear, I don't leave the earplug out. I just hang it on my ear so I can still hear it. But that gives me the ability to hear myself talking so I don't yell at you all.
Rise and shine.
Well, that high-pitched buzz, it does the same thing as a constant high-pitched buzz for your job, does the same thing as that abrupt rap of a shot going off. It's the same thing. Yeah, I get yelled at too. Well, actually, they tell me to stop yelling, and I just remind them that I am your boss, right? So that kind of like ends it right there. But they know I'm not doing it to be mean to them, and I do understand what they're saying, so I do kind of tone it down as best I can. Me, as far as that goes, I'm a diesel mechanic. So my job is playing with the trucks.
Oh no! Oh, this is a disaster! Simply terrible! Somebody has to stop me! Somebody has to stop me right now!
You're a big droid. Stop yourself.
Oh, if only that were possible! I'm programmed to understand over 100 languages and dialects, and in not one is the phrase on fire positive when referring to a person. Why, of all droids, I was chosen to maintain these awful things and protect their schematics, I will never understand. Oh, if only I didn't have this terrible restraining bolt restricting my actions. I'd destroy the plans to those turrets in an instant.
It's a good thing that restraining bolt's there.
I don't know how you can say such a thing. The turret schematics are stored within my databanks. If the restraining bolt was removed, I could delete them, ensuring that no more turrets could be built. It's the next best thing to disabling the turrets themselves. If you value organic life, you will remove my restraining bolt. and let me destroy the schematics once and for all.
I'm downloading the plans for the Imperials.
If you're insistent on it, there's nothing I can do. After all, I'm not programmed for combat. If it were up to me, organic species would not be allowed to do such horrible things to each other.
I don't like it either, but I have a job to do.
Well, I still don't understand it. And furthermore, it's a good thing I don't have a stomach, because watching Lord Grathan's test subjects burst into flames would be more than I could handle, I think.
Return. Who we got left here? High Society. Return to Keeper. Okay, Black Science. Who do we got left? Oh. Over there. Okay. Let's get out of here. API. Why does that those initials ring a bell for me? I see so much stuff on a daily basis. It's to the point where my mind subconsciously tunes things out without me even knowing it. Nope, I ain't gonna make that elevator. No, I know. I mean, there's so many side quests I can do.
Take this, ugly.
Okay. As soon as you said that, it's like, okay. Because I'm the operator for the service center I'm at. It's like, why the hell is API? It looks so damn familiar. Okay, never mind. It's because I always bust everybody's chops and tell them that basically I'm like the League of All Nations. I go and I have certification on stuff that I don't even remember I have certification on anymore. I just go and take the test and pay the bills, and it just adds to my list. I mean, not everything I ignore. Some of the things you have to take seriously. And that's like, for our underground storage. I know exactly what you're talking about. Because not only did I have... I gotta go up top. That's why things are going screwball here. For Texas, for Texas Environmental Quality Control, TECQ. Environmental Control. I'll have to think on that one. But for Texas, for their petroleum storage and transportation, our underground storage tanks, we have the operator. Well, we have guys that have the operator license, but I have the inspector license through the military. And just like the inspection licenses that you have, these guys don't quite understand that some things you just can't do. Because even though Texas says they have this, you still have to go by the ASME regulations. As far as what I got is, well, of course, I'm the C operator. Anybody that's got an AB operator license for the United States, depending on where they're at, anybody that has an AB is also a level C operator. You would have fun explaining to some of the people I work with the do's and don'ts of what is permissible to be done. They just, well, let's put it this way. I keep getting them out of a jam. Yeah, there's... it's easier to say as far as the code books. You can use them as wheel chocks. There's that many of them. And if you put them all together, they all weigh that much.
Getting good.
If you're not paying attention and you drop the books, you're going to break your toes. But it's kind of... oh, don't tell me I'm stuck. Yeah, I'm stuck. Where the hell is this one? I gotta go around the other side. Yep, I gotta go up top. I don't know if you really want to consider them back doors. It's conveniently placed exceptions. I think that sounds a lot better. And then something like that can't be misinterpreted either. But what I think is so funny is listening to these guys with what they want to do on the facility, and what they don't understand that they can't get away with. Where the hell do they want me to go now? Oh, okay, this ain't bad. Take a slight pause right here. Because what it is I'm concentrating on where I gotta run so I don't die, but I'm also looking at the text and thinking about what's going on. I have the operator's license and certification for the underground storage tanks at our facility, but also at the same point in time, with my years in the military, both the National Guard, which is a state run, and then also with the Marine Corps, which is federally run, we used to do fuel farms. And not only did we have the rubber bladders, we also ran the storage vessels, tanks, and certification of all the piping that went around different places, where we actually had to go and do an inspection before we could put the system online. And what was really funny about all that is, you add on top of that, I have my industrial electrician supplier's license through PECO, which is Pennsylvania Electric Company. I also have a Black Seal license through the state of New Jersey for high pressure steam boilers, class 3. I'm a certified master diesel mechanic. And let's see here, what else I got? Journeyman papers for a machinist with specialization in tool and die. So I mean, I've got all these certifications, which is like an alphabet soup when you add them all together. But then you got these guys that are saying about, well, they want to do this for the fuel pumps at our place. I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, you can do that. But the problem is, though, the NEC code says you're not allowed to do that. And you want to go for ASME. ASME says that in order for you to go and do this modification on the fuel pump system, you have to go and get an authorization with a pending review from this organization. And they just stand there and go, huh? Well, see, I'm on the other end. I'm standing there going, guys, you don't want them to go and make a report with the way it's all set up right now. This is what we need to do to get it back in line to where there's not going to be a question as to why this facility is the way it is. And they're like, okay. Now, where are we at here? I know where I'm going. Okay, that's enough of talking about work.
We're getting good.
And brought up a lot of good topics, a lot of good subjects, and not specifically naming my channel here, but some things that he would like to be involved with and just generally help out with. And I agree with him. He wants to have a place to use a phrase that's used in Minecraft is probably the best thing. A hidey hole. Like a channel that a live stream that we can go to just let things hang out. I mean, of course, you can't go and be obscene or obnoxious. I mean, it's just common courtesy and decency. You have to be respectful to other people, but it's just things
Stop.
where you don't have to worry.
You must not steal that precious data, I implore you.
Oh, hold on.
Were I not locked in Grathan's science dormitory, I'd face you in person. I can only hope the passion of my plea convinces you.
Nah.
I'm Lanita Drogue, lead researcher of Lord Grathan's cybernetics division. That data you're stealing is my life's work.
You're another of Grathan's prisoners, right? How is this your life's work?
I'm no prisoner. I volunteered for this project because Grathan alone had the resources to help me achieve my goal. I'm the creator of Project ARC, Automatic Regenerating Cybernetics. I've developed mechanical body parts that grow and heal like actual flesh and bone. Making better soldiers is an obvious application, but my dream is to give these lifelike replacement limbs to the victims of war.
You really think that interests me?
Don't you see, this technology should be used to heal, not create more killing machines. Lord Grathan encrypted my research notes to prevent duplication, but that data spike will download everything and erase the original. You're taking the only copy. Please don't steal that data. Allow me to continue healing the sick.
Nah, this one I don't have a conscience.
I was promised a lot of credits for this, and I plan to collect.
I hope you can live with the knowledge you failed to make the galaxy a better place. Enjoy your filthy credits, thief.
The first thing an Imperial agent develops is an immunity to guilt.
Then you willingly murdered your conscience? How pathetic. I pity you, really.
No, sorry, I'm not. Star Wars, the actual movie, I sided with the Sith. The Republic is too much of goody-goody. Can't we all get along? And let's share. Well, the problem with let's share is those people that go and actually put out an honest effort and work. They're supporting those people that go, well, hey, why should I work when somebody else is going to support me? Sorry, but that's my opinion. Oh, as far as the computer room, I know that right now with the ultra low latency, I get about a 5-second delay on my video, but my text is usually like a second or less. I haven't done an update on that computer room. I mean, no, nothing's there. I'm still in the old room. But my next video, I'm not going to do on that room until the computers are in there. The walls, the floor, the molding in the room is completed. The doors are all, the door is all painted. My wife got the hots for a type of blind that was at Home Depot. And I'm like, hey, if that's what you want, ooh, excuse me, we'll go down and get it. I mean, it's I mean, the amount of what it's going to cost for a simple blind is irrelevant to me. But the room itself is basically done. I already have the modem moved over there, so the hardwired network cables are already installed. Oop.
All right, make me look good.
Well, according to my wife, I'm taking too long to get this stuff done. She wanted it done a month ago. I was like, oh dear. It's like, well, this is our house, and quite honestly, this is the place where I plan on dying. So I want it done, so I don't have to do any repair on it anymore after this. Where do I gotta go? Oh, I gotta go to her over there. Let me go and kill this guy. Well, like I said, other than the blind on the window, I put the old Venetian blind back up just so I could take the paper off the window. So you let sunlight in there. The modem's already over there. The whole network's hooked up. I actually have it running through the outlet of the new computer room, and my network outlet on my side in the old computer room is almost opposite of that one. So I just have the two network cables running through the wall right now, but the modem is actually on the other side in the other room. Once I get the computers set up in there with the new tables, she just ordered hers. It should be here on the, I do believe, the 14th of April. That one. Wait till you see the table. I get hers put up, get that in there. And then when I got mine, I went to Home Depot and I got this butcher block countertop. That's basically like 3.5 by 6 feet long. And I'm gonna actually do like a belly cut in it and radius the corner. It's gonna look, this whole room is custom. And it's not high dollar. We actually sat there and chose the do's and the don'ts and what we want and what we don't, and selected things based on what they would go and match or aesthetically contrast with the other things that are being installed in there. So once I get this room all set up, then I'm going to do the final video where I'm not going to just like pan around. I'm going to walk and go over the entire room and show everything that my wife and I have done to create this room, this gaming room. And I think it's gonna, I think it's gonna, well, actually to me right now, I think the room itself looks sweet.
Rise and shine.
Well, the sound part of it, that I don't know yet on the sound part, because right now, basically the room itself is finished. So if I walk in there and, spot over, you get that hollow echo type sound. So I'm gonna have to investigate into that, see what needs to be done. I might have to put like a sound curtain behind me or something along those lines. Cool. Welcome back, Em.
You've returned. The sounds of battle echoing through the compound was like music. Made me want to dance. Oh, don't leave me in suspense. Did you download the cybernetics data? Are we going to be rich?
It's all yours.
Finally! Oh, I've waited so long for this moment. Everything is in place. I'll send the data spike to my contacts so they can extract and verify the data. It'll be raining credits before you know it. I'm so grateful you crossed my path. You've made my dreams come true.
So what do you think, Em? Do you think that blue wrench suits him?
Glad I could help.
We'll be paid as soon as my contacts authenticate the data. It shouldn't take long.
I don't know if I want to go with green screen. Actually, the color in the room is called looking glass, which is like it's not a bright green like your standard green screen, but it's I don't say how in direct sunlight, it's like an olive drab with a bluish tint to it, which actually I think that wall might work out real great as an actual green screen. Okay. L. Turn all my quests back on because I've already done all them. Let's see where I gotta go. Speak to him. Initiation. Let's get back here. Initiation. We'll turn that one off right now because that's a sideline quest. And we'll make a run for it. Oh. Ah. Okay, hold on here a second. Display capture. Unlock. Oh, wait. Oh, that's my bad. I was on screen capture. See, giveaways, display capture. If I go back to Star Wars, now it'll be centered up right. Hey, thanks for that catch. I'm looking at my screen right there. Just flashed from. I was on my giveaway scene to my Star Wars screen. I really wasn't paying attention. And let's go run right through the middle of it. Yeah. Oh, it turned blue. I don't know.
Rise and shine.
Treat, you're back. I take it you have the plans to the turrets, then? Can't wait to lay me eyes on them. Can't wait to take them back to the Empire.
I pried them from the databank of a cold, whiny droid.
Don't care how you got them. Just that you got them. This is great news. These turrets are the future of Imperial anti-personnel weaponry, and Lord Grathan wanted to keep them all to himself. And we showed him. Can't wait to try these out on some Republic scum. Good work.
See, now, the problem with this whole thing that's going on here right now, in this game, I'm on regular experience right now, and I don't think I have anything. Okay, about that. I don't think I have any experience bonus. So, what you do is I have all those to turn in. You go general, quick travel, go to the cantina. Now, what will happen is my experience bar down at the bottom, I have it set up that I do not have mouse cursor capture, so you won't see my cursor on the screen. But if you take notice, my experience bar at the bottom, just that little bit, just turned green. So now I just gotta go and I gotta wait till I get outside so I can mount back up again. Yep, I have multiple quests to turn in. And if I did it under normal experience, I'd only get just that, normal experience. But if I just go in there for a couple seconds and turn my experience bar green, which is, let's see here if it'll show up, because I'm looking at the live stream right now. There you see it says experience, I'm in rested state. So I'll gain double experience. So now, I didn't think about that at first when I handed that first one in. I should have taken notice of that. What that'll let me do
Enjoy your
is, of
stay.
course, get twice as much experience. There is a downside to doing that. You can actually outgrow the area that you're playing in rather quickly, where the quests turn gray on you. And yeah, if you're one of those die-hard history buff type, I'm going to do everything that exists. Yeah, you're still going to grind through them, but there's a point where like in Star Trek, the Borg says resistance is futile. Well, sometimes the quest just gets that boring that you just don't want to do it anymore.
All right, make me look good.
I heard there was action in Grathan's place. Not many people make it in and out like that. But I'm not seeing my men. Tell me what you found in there.
Better if I don't say.
It was really that bad. I'd heard rumors about Grathan's repulsive methods, and I have a strong stomach, but I feel a little sick right now. I was hoping they'd be okay. What an idiot I am.
They didn't suffer, I made sure of that. Was the least I could do.
Is that right? Well, I actually appreciate that. Guess it had to be done. You got the information I wanted, so you earned your pay. Take it. Those kids won't miss a few credits. Now I've got to send word to their families and return their belongings. Then it'll be time to recruit some fresh faces.
I wish you good luck.
Thanks. I'll need it.
Khalil doesn't like anything I answered on that one. Damn. Come on, you have to have a little bit of compassion here. What the fuck? Dropbox. Okay. Return to the keeper.
Ready for departure.
Keeper's up here.
Enjoy
I'll
your
take
stay.
a little bit. Quite honestly, I don't know what direction I want to take my channel yet. Okay, I'll check it out. I know Jenny was talking about 7 days to die or something like that, about the undead horde coming in. Basically, it's like Minecraft on steroids. My wife has that, and I'm pretty good at trusting my wife's opinions of what I would like or don't like. And she's like, you ain't gonna like that. So, I'm still going to look out 7 Days to Die from EVG. EVG was saying about checking that one out.
You and me, we're getting good.
Dump all this stuff off of here. Inventory, anything I want. 3846. That's my second one. Do I need anything there? I think that one. I was looking at, just realized it was tactical. I almost said testicle. which that'd be quite funny actually. Is there anything here that I really want?
Please use all products only as intended. Be well.
Yeah, there's another game that's very similar to that one, and my wife said that I played that one before. I'm still gonna look at it because they always make updates and upgrades and changes to it and everything else like that. But yeah, while I'm sitting here at see here, I'm on level 19, so I get some stuff I can buy right now.
I have some information you may be interested in. This concludes our business.
I don't really know what direction I want to take this stream yet. I mean, yeah, I like to do some coin roll hunting. That's like if I had the money right now because of way EVG is locked down up in where he's at. I'm bad at remembering states. He can't get any boxes of halves. I never really looked to see if I can get any right now. Probably could get them down at the local credit union and just run it that way where we could search the boxes that I could get down here and multi-stream with EVG in the stream where you'd see my hands doing the coin roll hunting and EVG would be orchestrating everything, which I think that'd be kind of a very neat situation. It would be very interesting and different. I don't really plan on playing Star Wars every day of the week. But if I have the opportunity to stream every day of the week, yeah. You know, I'd stream every late night like this. And it would give us just a place anybody who wants to come in and chit-chat. I agree with a lot of stuff you said. This ain't a place for bickering or backstabbing or who's better than who. We're all in this chat room. We're all the same. We're all the same. There ain't no one's better than the other. We all have our good points and we all have our bad points. But I get to see if I can actually get into the lobby of the credit union. See, now that's a big thing. Even though Texas is probably not as locked down as you are over there in Guam, or even where EVG is up there in Wisconsin, the state itself is locked down from people trying to get in. Well, that don't matter. I don't look at it. Everybody will look at it like, well, hey, I need to be in the stream. No, this is come in, just let things hang, and if you want to interact with the people, great. If you don't, just come in and just listen to people act like a bunch of idiots. I mean, give me enough long necks to drink, and I'll act like the biggest idiot you ever saw. So it don't matter to me. But I mean, my family's my side of the family is the League of All Nations. I mean, it's if you include my wife's side of the family, let's see here. Island kids. The one nephew is black. My grandmother, who's now dead, was Jewish, and let's see here. What else is here? We got some hoity-toity. I call them hoity-toity people. Their nose is always stuck up in the air, and so it's just a place to hang. The biggest problem I got that I see, and I experience this on a first-hand basis, not so much daily, but everybody sees this, but they don't. They ignore it a lot of times. Say you go in one of these grow rooms. No, I really haven't experienced this in the RGG, Real Giveaway Guy, or CJ's Info's room, but I've been to some of these other ones where you send the love out, or you send them hearts, and while you're in the stream, you see your supporter level go up. Make sure I don't time out. But then a couple of days later, all of a sudden you see your level going back down to the way it was, because they don't give a damn about you having supporters. All they care about is them having supporters. So a couple days later, they go back to all those people that they just subscribed to get their bump up in YouTube, and they delete you from their list. Which, to me, that's low life. That was one of the things that me and Emp were talking about. Oh yeah, my audio. Yeah, it depends on the latency, what's going on. If I go and stream to myself, I have about a 5 to 6 second delay. So then add on the delay that you might get at your location will add more to it. Now I'm listed as ultra low latency, which means I can't get any faster of a stream than what I've got right now. If I was on normal latency, it'd be about 20 to 25 second delay on voice versus text. I could text it, it'd be almost instantaneous. Well, the amount of delay, it all depends on what your system is capable of handling. And actually, that's where the screen got the edges of the screen got chopped off before. I'll show you exactly where I was and the reason why that happened. See, I actually, if you watch my screen, if I go on the screen that I'm watching while I'm playing the game, if I go from the edge of the display and then stretch this to the edge of the display, I'm looking at the entire screen of performance metrics right now. But on your screen, you are seeing you do not have any notifications. And at the very top of it, it gives you the 60 frames per second. But the problem is, to the left of that is more information. So what I ended up having to do is watch my broadcast stream and place it at the edge, and then stretch this out that it fits my broadcast stream. Now, if you look at it, I have no drop frames. I'm shooting 60 frames per second, and it's not flickering. Right now, because I'm running 1, 2, 3, I'm running 4 monitor screens right now. I'm running less than 2% CPU. Well, biggest thing that you could do, let's get back to the regular screen, there we go. The biggest thing that I could tell you, Imp, as far as all that, don't rely upon the other people doing what they should and or should not do. Tell her and make sure that she understands she needs to do what she has to do to make sure that nobody back at her home is affected by this. A good example is where I work. My vehicle is in my driveway right now. I will leave my house. I have no gloves on, no nothing. I will drive to work. I have an electronic key card that opens up the gate arm for me to go into the employee parking lot. So I don't touch anything. So I go and park my vehicle. Before I open the door of my truck, I put on a pair of rubber gloves. I get out of my vehicle, take all my items with me. Of course, my half-gallon thermos of unsweetened tea and my lunchbox with my food and everything is with me. They're closed containers. So I will walk back to my shop where I'm the mechanic at, put my food and drink container inside the shop. Now that shop, nobody but maintenance personnel is permitted in that shop. We have been given authorization by the person that runs our service center to do what is necessary to keep our shop operational. Which means if you don't belong there, we have permission to politely, mind you, politely, tell you, get the fuck out of our shop. And there's no exceptions. So everything inside our shop is unaffected by, we hope, this problem that our world has right now. When I leave at the end of the day, my hands throughout the day, I have new gloves put on. When I go to leave at the end of the day, I have gloves that I put on, another pair of rubber gloves. I walk out to my vehicle. I unlock my door. I put my stuff inside. Before I close the door, I take the gloves off my hands, roll the window down, drive to the gate, throw the rubber gloves in the trash can, which they have put at the gates, throw the rubber gloves out, open the gate, and I drive back home. We don't rely upon somebody else doing what they are told to do. We make it that what we do prevents them from not doing what they're not supposed to do, if that makes any sense to you. Yes, Jason, I agree with that 100%. You have to trust in your wife to do the right thing. If you have to ask her what is the right thing, then ask her. If she would be offended by you asking, I don't know. My wife expresses her opinion to me about what's going on right now, and she asks me every day, do you wash your hands? When you go to the bathroom, do you wear your gloves? If you touch a door handle, how do you open the door? She asks me. It doesn't offend me, because whatever my actions are when I come home will affect her. I don't know if wearing hospital garb would make any difference. The biggest thing, as far as getting or having an issue with what's going on right now is mucous membranes, your eyes, your nose. That's like when I talk to people at work. Yeah, my eyes look at them, but me talking, I'm actually talking down so that anything that might come out of my mouth, I'm not directing at them. It goes towards the ground. There's a lot of simple things that can be done to alleviate the chances of it being transferred from one person to another. Touche, yes, Jason. That's 100%. If the YouTube studio would have 1,000% symbol, I'd put that on there. I think all they have is 100%. Okay, I ran out of a beer. I'll be right back. Who, me? see what's going on here. Okay. Yeah, now my... Let me turn on the light here. My screen is backwards from what I'm doing, so I'm trying to manage this. It's a local brew in Texas, made in Granbury by Revolver Brewing. It's called Blood and Honey. It's an unfiltered beer. It's got a very good taste to it. It's 7% alcohol. If you drink a single long neck, don't get stopped if you're stupid enough to go out, because it automatically puts you over the minimum. You can sit there and just sip on them throughout the evening. If you get to the bottom and it's still cool, it's perfect. You go to the next one, it starts out ice cold again. If you drink enough of them, you'll start babbling. But there's I can only drink 4 in a night on a good night, because I know I got to go to work tomorrow. If it's on a weekend, I end up sleeping a little bit longer than I originally planned. Okay, there we go. Got my sound back in my ear. Yeah, like I was talking about earlier. I mean, I don't plan on playing Star Wars every night of the week. I also got my Minecraft that I like doing. I would like to open this up into a community room. I can't say really like a grow room. They say let's make us grow. That kind of like rubs me the wrong way. You and I already talked about that, Emp. So that just that's no different than saying sub for sub. So that's I just don't. It just doesn't work. A family community entertainment center or something. I don't know. Well, yeah, we can do all kinds of stuff. It don't matter to me none. Well, let me finish off this next one right here. Let's get this one. Let's talk to people. Oh, wrong way.
Rise and shine.
Watcher 3, I need that link up to the Dominator. If Lord Jadis wishes to observe, we must accommodate him.
Establishing hololink, sir. Data flow is synchronized.
Glad you found the time to pay us a visit, Agent. Take your place. The briefing starts now.
Yes, sir.
Lord Jadis, are you receiving our transmission?
I am. Proceed, Keeper.
Very well. You all know we've been attempting to determine the dissidents' plan of attack. Thanks to recent operations, we have the information we need. Unfortunately, the news is worse than we expected. A major strike is imminent. The dissidents are targeting the ancient power conduits that run beneath the capital.
Their intention is to overload the power grid, causing a cascade failure that would detonate the power relay stations. The resulting explosions would kill hundreds of people, and the blackout would leave us vulnerable to further attacks.
Sir, aren't all access points to the power grid under military control?
All but one.
The terrorists intend to access the power conduits through the Dark Temple.
Sorry to interrupt. What's the Dark Temple?
I'll sum up for those of you unfamiliar with the history. The Dark Temple predates Drummoncass's colonization. It was sealed by the Sith during the city's construction. When the Dark Council opened it some months back, they found it inhabited by force-driven phenomena. Workers on site began disappearing inside, controlled by unknown entities.
But whereas we saw the Dark Temple as a threat to be contained, the dissidents saw it as an opportunity. The temple rests directly above a key power junction. If the dissidents can push past the, phenomena, they can access the grid.
These dissidents have been planning. They have supplies, maps, and weapons, and they're not counting on making it out alive. This is a suicide run.
What's the likelihood they'll even make it to their goal?
Watcher 2 calculates 40% odds of at least one dissident reaching the target. We have security footage of dissidents heading toward the Dark Temple. A full squad of operatives will pursue the...
No.
My lord?
There will be no squad. The Dark Temple is sacred ground and will not be unduly disturbed. My agent will go alone.
I'll make sure the job is done.
My lord, I strongly urge you to reconsider. If the dissidents succeed, we...
The spirits of the temple must not be disturbed. Not by terrorists and not by Imperial intelligence. One agent will suffice. My role here is finished. Do as I will, Keeper.
Very well. Then the decision is made. You will go to the Dark Temple, stop the radicals from reaching the conduits and detonating their charges.
There's no mission like a suicide mission.
If you don't make it back, appropriate arrangements will be made.
We'll monitor you as long as we can, but the temple blocks most transmissions. So just, good luck, Agent.
When I get back, we should celebrate. Just you and me and a couple of drinks.
No promises, but whatever gets you through the mission.
Go on, Agent. The Dark Temple is waiting.
Yeah. Doesn't want to let me socialize. Damn it. Where the hell am I at? Okay, I'm this way. I'm at 30 and 38. Actually, this is the Revolver Brewery is actually only made in one brewery here in Texas. I actually have driven by it many times. It's far from the most. Let's put it this way: you can go to Granbury, into the brewery, and if you're gonna have a private function, they'll brew you other beer. But just make sure that those people that are at the function deposit their keys at the door, because you ain't driving once they tap that keg. For the most part, this beer is their only public beer that they sell. Everything else that Revolver makes is sold by the keg. So, but that's beside the point. No problem, Imp. Once I get a hold of the bottle, it doesn't last long.
Always go for the quick and silent kill.
I don't know. Come up with some ideas. Think of some things. What do we want to do with the channel? I mean, I don't look at it that I'm the only channel in this group. Oh, excuse me. Everybody is part of this group. So we're all here to help each other get better. I mean, like I said, I like my Star Wars. I like my Minecraft. I think we should have a couple days out of the week. I mean, we only have 7 days, so I mean, we're restricted to seven different occurrences. But have a community day or something along those lines. Family, our YouTube family, get together and just shoot the shit or make fun of each other the best we can, or something along those lines. I mean, I'm pretty good at making a fool out of myself, so I'll volunteer. We just need to figure out what we want to do. That's like I see a lot of these guys, they go in stream labs where one person hosts it and he gets the time. And the other 2, 3, 4, 5 people that get in there, that they're just adding to his time. They're not gaining anything. Well, you can go and multi-stream everybody else's stream and have everybody else, provided you have enough internet to do it, you can be logged on to somebody else's stream. So that's like, say you were streaming EMP and I was streaming. With Streamlabs, I can have you in my Streamlabs, StreamYards. I could have you in my Streamlabs, and at the same time, you could be in your Streamlabs on my StreamYard, and we both be logged in the same time. Yeah, basically. Community day, just let things hang out. I mean, we just have to, of course, use common decency and courtesy. That's about it. I mean, it's you look at it right now where I am. It's 5:46. Now for you, it's what, 8 o'clock at night. Well, see, it all depends on how you want to look at it, though, too. No, it's actually, my delay is not actually a delay in my text or my chat. I was actually looking at a couple different things. Yeah, if you want to focus on growing, I say quote, growing. Yeah, you'd focus on one thing. I'm looking more on the lines of if our community, by word of mouth, is something where everybody likes just coming in and just letting things hang out and not being worried about being politically correct, I'm not really worried or concerned about whether my channel would grow or not. If people like it, naturally the channel itself would grow. Yeah, going hog wild in a whole bunch of different directions. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good for a YouTube channel. That's 100% correct. But I'm not looking at my channel growing supporters rapidly. I'm not really concerned about that. I do this. I mean, that's like a good example is Andy and Nate brought a bunch of people in from their coin roll hunting stream this evening. Our interaction this evening, other than the fact that everybody started out announcing that it was a CHC raid, after that it was Andy talking about she had to go get something to eat and go take a nap because the kids would be up soon. Nate was talking about the different types of peppers and beef jerky and stuff like that. There's a bunch of different things that went on, and if you think about it, it was nothing discussed. There was nothing discussed about growing. He just everybody just let shit hang out. The best thing I could think of is just like the CHC raid. Hey, and there could be a night where we all get together. It's like, hey, let's go over and harass this person. We'll be polite, but let's go harass them. Hey, they got a live stream going on. Come on, everybody, come on, let's go over here. We'll shut down the stream and go over to somebody else's stream just to bust their chops. There's a lot of different directions that we can all take this on. The biggest thing that I could say about my channel is, first off, I changed the name 4 times in the last 3 months, tailoring it to what I see the people like of the things that I do. If my channel grows, great. I just do this, actually, tell you the truth, my Jeff D is what the original name was. I just started this because I wanted to go and watch other people's YouTube channels, and I just wanted to have a name there. That's the only reason why I did it. That's like, if you look at my game screen right now, let me go over here to the bridge. My character's name is Ukraketch Steelheart. The Steelheart legacy started back in, I forget when EverQuest started. Was that 89? 98? 97? Over 20 years ago. Okay. The only difference between this Steelheart and that one back then was the H in heart was capitalized on EverQuest. Oh, no, I got some CHCs. No, I successfully stole them. And then I did a slots all and lost everything. $500 billion CHCs I lost in one pull of the slot machine. Three and a half years ago, haven't chewed any tobacco since. There's no problem. There's no problem, Jason. I think the three of us understand gibberish. I've told my wife where to go and how to do it, not all in one sentence, but with my phone. I told her to go F herself. And as soon as I hit the button, the word changed, and I immediately called her because I was texting her. And I immediately called her. I said, I did not send, there's no way in hell that I sent that. The phone changed it, and she's laughing at me. Goes, yeah, okay, I'll believe that one. She was busting my balls about it, but we're good at understanding gibberish. Well, now that you cut out the big one, and now you can work on the other crutch. And I'll just leave that statement right there just so you can think about that one. If I chewed for over 30 years, so I'm in no place to lecture anybody else about their addiction. It's a personal choice that when you finally come to it, you'll make that choice. Or maybe you might not. That's just it. It's your choice. Let's see, where are we going to go? What I need to do is...
Ready for departure. Enjoy your stay.
That ain't going to do me any good. General, quick travel, cantina. That's where I need to go. know. I don't know what I didn't do. Let's see here. Jason, now you have 28 supporters. All I can say is come up with some ideas. Best thing I can say. I'm game for anything. I have not, quite honestly, I've not had much interaction with you, Jason. I've had a bunch more with Empyrean, EVG. I've had even more interaction with EVG. And also because I know of his family background and where he was born and raised, there's another connection right there between me and Evgeny, and it'd just be a natural attraction to each other as far as our historical and I can't even think of what the actual the proper word would be for that. Just by our history. Well, the thing is about goals and ideas. I do the same thing as Empyrean and EVG. I like seeing everybody enjoy themselves. So to have this channel customized to what the people like, well, you don't. Yeah, basically, if you think about what my name's changed to up to this point, Jeff D Coins and More. I actually changed it from the previous one, which was Jeff D Coins and Pyro, because even though a lot of people like fireworks, you got to bear in mind with the licenses that I have. That's another set of licenses I have. I have ATFE and FBI licenses and state licenses and federal explosive. I have all kinds of stupid licenses because of that stuff. What I call pyrotechnics is what everybody would call fireworks. Well, to me, fireworks is what you buy at a roadside stand, or what you buy from Spirit of 76, or consumer type fireworks. The stuff of fireworks that I deal with is if you make a mistake, you might not go home tonight. That's the kind of fireworks. That's the stuff you see on the big city shows, stuff like that. And there's very strict rules internal rules that we follow because of the consequences. But that's still just seasonal. Well, I was the biggest thing I was thinking about gaming and coins is when you look at it. Okay, you have 7 days. Look at the calendar. When would be the most appropriate time to do coins, and when would be the most appropriate time to do game streaming? You're not going to have the younger generation And bear in mind, I'm not talking teenagers, because I mean, I'm playing as right now. You're looking at my character right here. I'm in Star Wars. I play Minecraft. I got so many other games. It's not funny. We have that many games. We used to make fun of the fact that all the different game boxes that we had used to insulate the outside wall, so we didn't have to worry about insulation. That's how many different games that we've played. And we actually still have the accounts. They're just dormant. We haven't maintained them financially. But most people would be gaming type on a Friday night, Saturday, Sunday. When is a good example? Coin hunting couple. When are they on? With the exception of the early evening Sunday, they're Monday and Thursdays. Oh, well, yeah, I agree with that one. Because the last time that the guys came in here from CHC for the last raid, we got into the discussion of WoW. And I do believe that was actually, back then, that was Andy that made a comment about World of Warcraft. And then tonight, Nate made a comment about World of Warcraft. So yeah, it's, I mean, you think as you look at Nate and Andy, you're talking about roughly a 30-year-old couple. So they got a bunch of kids, and that's their relaxation time. I mean, you can only do the other relaxations so long. That's how they got so many kids. So we'll just leave that one there as is. But think about it. Come up with some ideas and come up with some suggestions. My email is on my About page. That email is not my household email. That email is just used for this YouTube channel. I'm not like, well, you and I are both, we're not little kids, so I'm not, about the only thing that could offend me, quite honestly, is ignoring me. That's about the only thing that really would offend me. To me, if you don't like my thought or suggestion or my ideas I might come up with in general about anything, like even if I'm at work, and I told my boss, Daryl, I was like, dude, I said, you're my boss. This is not a democracy. This is a dictatorship. So if you don't like an idea that I come up with, just tell me. You're not going to offend me, but keeping your mouth shut, that offends me, because you're not willing to let me know whether it's a viable idea or not. But it's 6:08 where I'm at. If I actually go to bed right this second, I will get 7 hours and 52 minutes of sleep before I got to go to work. So it is time for me to bid you adieu. Have a nice night. And that's it for me. Go get some sleep. Later.